Hey there, welcome in. It's Heather with Heather's Healing, and I wanted to do a reading for the winter solstice for Yule, which is December 21st, 2024. And I just wanted to kind of see what was going to come through. And just know that if you're seeing this video at a later date, there's a message in here for you. There are no coincidences. So I pulled some cards a few days ago just to kind of get a feel for the energy that and messages that wanted to come through this portal. So the cards that I pulled, the first one I pulled was Thomas, card number 6, Mind, Trap, and Doubt, along with the card Unity, card number 27, Coexistence and Tolerance. And then I pulled the card of Simplicity. I love the feel of this card. Very simple, calm, soothing. And then two cards that I found quite interesting. It's almost kind of the opposite energy here. Action, card number 3. So feels like Sagittarius energy. It also feels like spring and summer. And then the card of Delight, which is clearly spring energy here. So I thought that was interesting. The other thing I thought was interesting too, because it's Yule, it's winter, it's the direction of north. It's a time for reflection, rest, going within, slowing down, taking stock of where we are. So I found it really interesting that spring energy was coming in. And then I started feeling into what color felt the most appropriate. And I was feeling this lime green or like an olive green, which is also spring energy that brings in the energy of spring as well. So I thought that was really interesting. The other thing, we pulled the card of Mind, Trap, and Doubt. And I have some notes here. I'm just going to go over my notes, but one of the things I was really feeling and also hearing Spirit talk about was how we block the good. Are you blocking the good? And allowing for miracles and reminding us that we are the magic. And it was interesting when I picked the lime green. The lime green color helps lift you out of closed, limited, and fearful patterns, so that you can claim your magic and your power. So I thought that was really interesting. I mean, there are no coincidences. So really connecting in with tapping more into the solar plexus area, tapping more into your personal power, how you were choosing to be, how you're choosing to live. All of these things we have control over so many things, yet we sometimes feel like we're trapped or we're burdened or we're stuck, when really there are so many little things we could do to help shift our energy. So I thought that was really really interesting with the olive green and the lime green. And it does really feel like this whole year, 2024, we've really had the opportunity to shift old patterns, old mindsets, and to get out of the old and step into, take action towards a new way of being, a new way of living. And there's also something here, when we are trapped, when we get trapped in our minds, and when we let doubt overcome, that also takes us out of our heart chakra space. When we're too mental, when we're too in our thoughts and worry and anticipating the worst, and when we do that, that almost instantly cuts off our connection with other people. It cuts off our connection with our guides. It really does put us in a box that I feel like we're being asked to imagine something more for ourselves, because in doing that, we are bringing in new energy for the planet and everyone here. So it all starts with each one of us, imagining something bigger, imagining something greater for ourselves, keeping it really simple. And Metatron brought this up years ago, that people would start to move out of materialism, um, collecting things, buying things that wouldn't be as interesting to people. It would be more around experiences that would be important. And I'm really feeling that with this simplicity card about, it isn't about the things. It isn't about the commercial aspect of things. It's more about connecting and time and, connection with others. Is what I'm really feeling with that. So we're going to pull some cards here. I am using the Tarot in Wonderland. And we'll see if there's any more information that comes through with the action and the delight. I do love these two cards together. Taking aim, taking action. What is it that you want to bring in? What is it that your heart desires? What will help shift you in a different way? What will help shift you out of being trapped in your mind? What will help to lift you out of fearful patterns? What will help open you up to deeper and more meaningful connections with others? And I love the energy of delight here. So just true happiness and joy, keeping it simple, connecting in. There's tons of children on this card, connecting in with your inner child, connecting with children. I also love the flower energy here on the maypole. It's bringing in youthfulness. It's welcoming in hope. It's bringing in more color, and I also feel like it's asking us to step out of our comfort zone as well. So it's been an interesting message. I didn't really expect. I don't know. I guess I just wasn't expecting so much of the spring energy to be here in a Yule reading. But let's go ahead and see what else comes up. I do love the unity, the coexistence, the getting out of those patterns, the trapped patterns. So let's go ahead and pull 4 cards and just see what we get with that, and see what else Spirit wants to say. Interesting. So I'm hearing finding comfort in change, which that can be kind of hard. Finding comfort in change. I do feel like there's a lot. I mean, things are always changing, right? Nothing stays the same. But it does feel like there's some pretty big shifts coming, especially if you are in the collective here that's watching this video. It does feel like there's some big shifts coming in for us, and maybe we'll start to see some of those big changes in maybe more in the spring. But becoming comfortable with change and not being so fearful of it. Okay. What else? What else would you like us to know? Calling in our guides and guardians. Calling in my guides and guardians. Message for this winter solstice. Okay, so they're talking about how they hear many of us, saying that they want something different. They want a different world. They want to see greater kindness. They want to see shifts and changes in the collective. Lost my connection there for a second. But the guys were talking about how so many of us want to see shifts and changes in the world, yet we are so really stuck in our own ways and not wanting to change and shift our own minds and our own thoughts and our own perspectives. And it's hard to welcome in something new in the world when we are so stuck in our ways of being. So let's go ahead and pull some cards here and see what else wants to come through this winter solstice portal. Desire something new for yourself. Desire more joyfulness, more happiness, more connection with others. Interesting cards here. I love the indigo color on this card. That was another color I was really feeling, was that indigo, going really deep. And those darker colors brings in kind of a liminal space, which I really see in this card. This to me really does feel like the energy of winter, the cool, dark colors. You can see the trees here is kind of making like a cove. But what a perfect place for imagining something different and imagining a different way of living, a different way of feeling, a different way of being. And it does kind of feel like being at a crossroads, which also to me indicates greater changes coming in. And yes, things change all the time, but it really does feel like for most of us watching this video, there are some really big shifts coming in. And it's the card of strength, which to me, well, one, this is Leo energy, so another nod to spring, summer type of energy. But this type of strength, you don't get from playing it small. You don't get this type of strength. Like you have to go through some stuff to get this type of strength. And it's the strength that reminds you that you can do hard things. You know, you've overcome so many things, and there isn't anything that you can't move through. I like that this card is here. Sometimes I'm not always a huge fan of the strength card, but I really like it. It's a good reminder of how far we've come, all of the things that we have overcome, and just reminding yourself that even when things look their darkest, you do have the strength and what you need to move through that. And we have the Three of Swords. And, you know, interesting because it's swords. Swords are, you know, our thoughts, our perspective on things. And we have the card Thomas, Mind Trap and Doubt. So really letting go of negative thoughts and beliefs around what connection looks like, what relationships look like, what does it mean to be connected to someone. So I feel like these are all things that we can questions we can ask ourselves. What are my beliefs around relationships, around friendships, around connection, around, you know, opening up my heart, trusting people, letting other people in? What are your beliefs with that? What are the limitations that come in? You know, take a look at these things, because these are the things that can really keep us stuck. We have the Six of Cups. I love this card. This is such a fun card. And again, it has like spring energy to it. But the Six of Cups is asking us to go, to look back on our past relationships, to make amends, to offer forgiveness, to forgive ourselves. It's sort of like welcoming in a new start, a blank sheet, allowing yourself to have that peace, allowing yourself to, move forward from whatever your past grievances have been, whatever your past pains have been, the ways that you've been hurt, the ways that you might have hurt others, really letting that go and allowing yourself to have a fresh start. I'm also really drawn to the flying elephant up there. And again, it's like a cove, it's like a cocoon. It's a liminal space type of energy. So I feel like through this portal, this winter solstice portal, it does feel kind of like a cleansing. We're really being given the permission to hand it over to Source, God, whatever you call your higher power, and allow those heavy, denser energies to be taken from us. I really am feeling that that's what we're being offered here, so that we can see where we want to aim our arrow, so we have a better feel for where we are at this phase in our life and what we are wanting to bring in. I love this card, 10 of Cups. These are the really deep emotional connections with people. This is the energy of pure bliss, happiness, and joy. Having strong bonds with people that we can trust, that we trust them, they trust us. It's a very safe heart connection, connecting from the higher heart and the heart chakra areas, really connecting from that place, not connecting from, there's nothing superficial about the 10 of Cups. And welcoming in a lot of bliss, happiness, and joy. I feel like we're really being given the opportunity to move out of past pain and past hurt. So really just maybe set the intention this winter solstice and ask your guides and guardians to come in and help, pull out it feels like pulling out the threads, pulling out the strings, the parts of you that are ready to dissolve and be let go of. Allow spirit to come in and help sever some of those ties that are no longer needed. It does feel like a shedding. So ask your guides to step in and help pull some of those dead threads off, so that we can welcome in and also have space for deeper, more meaningful connections with others, and releasing ourselves from from guilt, releasing ourselves from anywhere that we are holding ourselves back, or maybe telling ourselves that we don't deserve certain things, that we aren't worthy, releasing all of those types of energies. I just want to see if there's anything else that wants to come through. I'm hearing one more card. Look, we've got the Ace of Wands. Again, that spring energy, spring, summer energy. One more card. How would you like to finish this? So they're talking about, taking a salt bath, using salt as a cleanser. You don't have to take a salt bath. You could use a salt scrub in the shower. And that could also just be metaphorical too, just imagining yourself being, your energy being cleared. Selenite, if you have selenite, you can use that over your auric field. But it does feel like spirit is coming in. If you are open to that, they're really helping to lift and clear our auric field. All right, one last card here for this winter solstice. Five of Swords. It's letting go of this type of energy. It really is. You know, releasing jealousy, releasing the ways we sabotage ourselves, releasing the negativity that we can feel towards others, or and jealousy. That one's really coming up. So maybe look at where jealousy might be holding you back. Maybe where you see someone else succeeding and feeling like it's not fair. You know, those are all thoughts that can help, that really keep us stuck, you know? And it's also just releasing the energy of wanting to upstage someone else, or, um, yeah, it's kind of like the releasing that bully type of energy as well. Interesting card there. I don't want to end on that though. What do we have? Ooh, nice. Let's end on this one. I like the Three of Cups. Coming together to celebrate each other, coming together to connect. And cups are very much a heart filled. Oh, here's the Death card, our major transformation and change. But the cups are, this is heart energy. This is heart chakra energy, connecting in. This is your emotions, really connecting in and enjoying the time and space that we have with each other, celebrating each other, lifting each other up, doing our best to be supportive of others. Really interesting. It's a lot of water energy coming in, which is the direction of west. And I find it interesting because I called in the direction of north, since we're in winter celebrating solstice, and that's the direction of north. We have a lot of the opposite energy coming in. We have a lot of the summer and spring energy coming in. And what I'm hearing, there's a lot of warmth coming through this portal, and it feels like divine love coming in to unfreeze the frozen parts of us, to, I'm hearing, to thaw out our imagination, to thaw out our creativity, to connect with spirit in a different way. Or maybe you've never really connected with spirit. It feels like there's just some really fun, creative energies that are coming in to work with us and connect with us. For some, it could be new guides coming online for you. And they're talking about really, if they're talking about unthawing the heart chakra space. So feel the feelings, don't run from the feelings. So that one for me, I sometimes I don't run from my feelings, but I don't always want to feel. So getting comfortable with feeling. A lot, I'm just hearing there's a lot of emotions that are coming through, and feel that. It's a reminder that we're still here and we're still living. So feeling whatever it is that you're feeling is valid, and feel that. All right, is there anything else? I just feel such a peacefulness coming through this Yule. I really am, I'm loving this. It's a very peaceful feeling. So take some time to have a quiet moment, call in your guides, and ask them to help move your energy, release the density, bring in clarity where you need clarity. I wish I could just show you what I'm seeing. It's just really beautiful, but it feels like a lot of gifts that may have been dormant in us are being activated at this time. They're coming online. We're being asked to serve in a different way than we've done in the past. Really beautiful. I might do another video tomorrow expanding on this energy. It feels like there's a lot here. It feels like there's a lot that they could say, but I don't want this video to be too long. So, yeah. All right. Have a beautiful Yule. Have a wonderful winter solstice. Blessings on you and your families. And positive thought here, from the 21st on, the days start to get longer.